Hey everybody, I have literally just come off the Zoom, just finished the Zoom. Just check that this is kind of flat and not on a weird angle. There we go. So if you can hear whirring in the background, it's because my very old computer is trying to convert the Zoom into a replay for you guys. So sorry about that, but I'll try and put some music underneath this and then hopefully that drowns out the whirring computer. So I thought I'd just really quickly show you what I did and just really quickly run through what the session was. So the session, we were drawing from this book that I picked up in France in an old bookshop, but it's actually a British book, or it's in English anyway. It's falling apart, as you can see, and we didn't draw all of them because I wanted to have like a slower session this time. So there's some really gorgeous ones like this, and I can always upload them. I'm happy to do that for people to draw from, but like these are two that we drew. We drew this one, so I just chose 6 that we then drew through the session. So we broke it up into 15 minutes, so each one, instead of doing any kind of warm-ups, we did 6 drawings of 15 minutes long. And I just kind of felt like they're such lovely illustrations already. I didn't want to I couldn't choose any to do as a short warm-up, so that's why I decided to break it down. But also I wanted to like try something different, because I know that lots of my Zooms are like, we come on and we do some quick warm-ups, and normally that can be really good because it's almost like you get those rubbish ones out the way, but from the feedback tonight and also how I kind of felt in it, actually I don't feel like we always need that, and it's actually nice to have some slower sessions sometimes, and just draw and just pace yourself right from the beginning, because I think sometimes the time drawings to begin with can almost like kind of raise your adrenaline level and your heart rate, and then you kind of feel that stress through the session, and that is not what I want. I really want everybody just to feel relaxed and have a nice time drawing, and kind of almost like it should be meditative rather than stressful. And I know it's frustrating drawing sometimes, but I don't ever want it to be stressful. So I'm definitely going to take this forward and maybe like do some more sessions where it's just like fewer images and we're taking longer doing it. I think I'll do it for next month. So I've got quite a few photos, but I think I'm going to cut it down because yeah, it worked so well today. So what I really wanted to do, I've just put it away, but I'll just bring it out again. What I wanted to do in this for my own challenge is try and find the elk. I really loved the mark making in these illustrations. I thought they were so lovely, and I thought I would kind of keep some of my style, like the eye, but I wanted to try and like try some of these marks, and this one is so complex I kind of could have easily kept going, and that's why you can see I didn't finish at all and didn't even start the baby, and I kind of got the nose a bit wrong, and so I quite like to try and do this one again because I really enjoyed it. But that was my challenge this session, to have fewer colours, because there's a real colour palette in this book, of kind of like this mustardy colour, the dark colour, and like browns. So for instance, the Midnight Black Derwent Lightfast was absolutely perfect for this dark tone, and then I use like this pan pastel, the yellow ochre one. I can tag these below because there's not so many that it feels like a lot, so I can just put what I use below, so you can kind of check them out. But the pan pastels worked so well as like a base, and I just used a mixture of like the sponges that you can buy, but also, so I used these two, but I also used this, which is really good. This is another one of the tools that you can like use, but this gets a lot dirtier than the sponges, but yeah, it was really good. I tried to really limit myself with the colours, but I felt like the pan pastel and then the pencil crayons were so kind of similar to the original illustrations in the book, and that's what I wanted to try and imitate. So just to see what I could learn from it, see if there was something I enjoyed and want to take forward in my work. And I've definitely learned that I really love limited colour palettes, but they don't always have to be the same colour palettes for everything you do. So to try and get some, I talk about it in the Zoom replay that's going up, but kind of I might look more in books and see what colours, like especially old books, see what colours they're using and see how that can maybe inspire me in my own work. So I think there's so many colours out there now in different materials. You can get any and every colour, and it's really nice to almost just like cut it back. Like I didn't really use, I don't know if you can see in here vaguely, but I didn't really use them. I pulled out like 3 or 4 colours, and that's what I used throughout. So without further ado, I'll move on. But I definitely want to kind of try and clean up this. They're so messy, these pan pastels, which is fine when you're laying it down because you're doing it with a sponge, but as soon as you're working on top of it and my hand is smudging it all, that's basically, it gets so grubby your paper. But I was really loving this. I didn't have time for the tapir baby, so I want to add that in. But I was really loving these, like working a bit differently. Yeah, it was really nice. And there's some bits like this piglet, it's a bit odd, and I didn't quite get the shape of the tapir right. I find them really difficult and I love them. I've tried drawing them before. They've got these big round bellies, and then it kind of, their back is a lot shorter than you think, and I always elongate them a bit too much, but I still love it, and I think the face is really nice, and I'm loving like the bits of yellow in there. Then we did these, and I really like this. This is kind of, it worked well with the proportions that I wanted, and it's like quite hard drawing something white in front of something coloured. So yeah, I was pleased with how this one turned out, and I loved doing this Antita, and everybody's Antita who shared their work in the replay, I was in love. But what I realised, I tried to do the baby really quickly at the end. I did it too big. The nose should be going up because in the picture they're kind of almost touching, and that's so nice. And therefore, because I did it too big, it's kind of falling off the page. So it's like, it's a shame. I kind of, part of me wants to do it again, part of me wants to Photoshop, like scan it in and Photoshop out this baby and do another baby and like put it in. I don't know, but it's definitely, I do love the main one. That was really fun to do. Yeah, and then we finished on a goat, and everybody I think was feeling a little bit tired, including myself. It's kind of almost like, I think everybody's least favourite was the goat, but I'm glad that the Antita wasn't at the end because I loved everyone's Antita, and I think if we'd all been tired and had a go at that, we wouldn't have got those gorgeous ones, and I'm hoping some of them will pop up on Instagram. So have a look at the hashtag #TheCreativeCrew, because hopefully people will share some of their work and you can see what other people did. But yeah, I was loving it. I just felt like these colours were perfect. If I just quickly, before I go, pull up this goat, if I can find it. Where has it gone? Here. Like the colour is pretty, I don't want to ruin the book, but like it's pretty similar, and like it was lovely to work with. It's so satisfying when you've got the colour that you want to use. So yeah, that made it very enjoyable. Yeah, I think that's kind of all I've got to say. Yeah, so we only did 6, and I know sometimes we do like 13 drawings in the same amount of time. So, but it shows that kind of we got to spend more time because you can see some more thought has been put into these, which is really nice. And I think last month there were lots that I wanted to finish, because there were ones I was loving and couldn't finish. And I think this one, it would only be, the only things I'd like to do, I think, would be to finish this one if I have time. But then again, I do still like that it's kind of just showing like a bit, but I might almost just start to hint at the baby's head so this doesn't look really odd. And then maybe the tapir baby. And I guess, I don't know, with the anteaters I could do them again, but also I love this one so much. Like, I feel like if I try to again, this big one wouldn't be the same, but the baby is adorable. We'll see if I get time. But yeah, there's definitely less that I feel I need to finish because I got to do more in the Zoom, and it kind of feels like I don't want to go and overwork them. But yeah, I thought I'd just come on and show you what I did, and I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy seeing how I've worked. I will put that after this, so that's now to come, because I think it's quite nice showing you the end result first, and then showing you the process of it. And we had such a lovely chat in the Zoom, all about brownies and guides, and about our spirit animals, and what else about my brain's gone, but dogs, all sorts, everyone's dogs. It was really a really lovely session, so thanks to those that came along. But I hope all the rest of you, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I will see you very soon. Thanks guys, bye.